project has been 7.5 years in the making. First started this back in 16, trying to do plans for it, working with Tri-State Seal Heathers. So now we're finally here at this great moment. And as this park transforms, we're going to have splash pad, new playground, walking path, a lot of stuff. So, and it'll be a great park for decades to come. And we're even working on infrastructure to connect all this downtown, like sidewalks, things like that. So, really great day. With this, I will start turning it over to folks to make a few comments about this great project. So with that, Mayor Hernandez.
Good morning. And as always, buenos dias. Thank you all so much for coming. This is such an exciting morning for us. You know, it's been a long time coming. Many of you have been part of this from the very get-go, so you know how long it's been and how much work goes into getting this going. We were just talking about, Commissioner Mayberry and I were just talking about how people never really know how much work goes into a project, why it takes a year, 2, 3 years to really get something going. From the plannings to the studies to the surveys to fundraising, and then back to the planning and the zoning and permissions and permits. It's a lot of work. So I wanted to just take a few moments and thank everybody that was part of all these different roles that made today a reality. So first, I want to thank City Administrator Mike Rizzatello for all his work. Mike is really the heart behind it all. He's the one that keeps pushing everybody for excellence. So really, I admire Mike, and I thank him greatly for what he does for the city. Next, let's see, I want to thank the State Department of Ecology for all their cooperation and support on this. Recreation Conservation Office, the 0.09% grant, which also helped fund this. Sherwood Trust, who put their trust in us 2 years ago, and so thank you so much, Sherwood Trust, for investing in not just College Place, but in the future of this community and for children for generations to come. There's also Blue Zones, Walla, who have helped put things together for us and make sure that we're an inclusive community. T-Mobile, who's put some funding behind this as well, and Tri-State Steel Herders, who are really, all these different organizations are the one that's making today happen and are going to make this park exceptional. Today what we're celebrating is the beginning of Phase 1 improvements, which I'm sure many of you already have read this, but it's a splash pad, which I'm sorry, but I might push some kids off a little bit when I'm running through the... And then there's the walking path with exercise equipment, which allows us, you know, for those of us who just want to take a walk, but also stretch and kind of put some muscle into it, we're going to have options to utilize equipment. We're going to fix the pond, which includes a natural bank and separation from the creek, so that it's actually a pond and not a soot fill. And then there's the multi-use field, which will allow for various sports and hopefully youth and adult sports to be happening here in our community. New restrooms, new picnic shelter, and replace the baseball field again with more multi-use so different sports can be using it. I also want to thank the city staff who worked feverishly over this for many years. John Rickard, who is the project manager. Robert McAndrews and Ray Antle from the public works staff. Where are you all? Thank you, gentlemen. And then finance officers, believe it or not, it takes a lot of work from them as well. So Brian and Desiree, please raise your hand and thank you for so much for your work. You keep us in line, so thank you. Make sure that we are able to take care of the projects. So just a little bit about foreshadow for Phase 2, which is also going to be an amazing project. That, you know, as mayor, that's the one thing I told Mike, that before my term comes to an end, whenever it'll be, hopefully not for a while, I'd love to see a community center where more organizations, more people, more diverse purposes can be used for that. So phase 2 is State Transportation Improvement Board. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, the State Transportation Improvement Board and Walla Valley MPO gave grants. Sorry about that. To put a sidewalk along Southeast 8th from College to Larch, which is right over here, so it makes it safer to cross over, with bump outs and rapid flashing beacon at Larch. So that'll make it easier for our community to actually just walk over to the park and enjoy and get some of us off the road. And as I said, the phase 2, so replacement of our community center, it's very exciting. We're putting a lot of work into making sure it happens. It will involve a lot of various organizations that are coming together to ensure that the community gets the best use out of it. Thank you all again for coming out, celebrating with us. It's heartwarming to see how many of our community, how many come together and, are watching this historic event that's going to happen. As I said, generations to come are going to enjoy this park. When we're all long gone, what we're doing here today is going to still be here. So thank you all so very much for your support and for loving College Place. All right, I'd like to invite Jordan Green from our park board to come up and just give us, share some few words from our park boards.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everybody. I joined the park board in 2020, right at the end, and at that point, there was a ton of groundwork already laid for this project, and this is one of the first projects I got to see as a member of that board. And so it's been really exciting over the last few years to watch this whole thing come together. We have a gem in Mike Rizzatello in overseeing projects like this, because this will be the heartbeat of the community right here, especially as phase 2 comes online. And projects like this, there's so many layers to it. John Rickert's the one that deals with all those little details that we as community members who are just trying to make things look and feel right, we don't have to think about. He's the one that makes it happen. And then Mike's the one that has to deal with all of the changes in funding streams and getting that money to show up into this community from outside. Oh, further up, sorry. And to make sure that there's always enough money to get this project done and bringing that in from outside of our community to make our community stronger. So this is an incredibly exciting day, and this park is going to be, I think, one of the best things in this community, even outside of College Place. So I'm excited for today. So thanks for everyone to be here.
Hi everyone, I'm Megan DeBold. I have the pleasure of leading the Walla Valley Blue Zones project and team for the last 3 years. And actually Lions Park, the renovations and improvements here are we've worked with the City of College Place to make this our College Place built environment kind of signature project here in the Valley, where it brings together really the 4 pillars of well-being, which are moving naturally and moving throughout your day with the improvements that Mayor Hernandez talked about, eating healthy. And so this is the host of the farmers market that starts.
It starts in late May, and this year will be at Kiwanis Park, so please continue to patronize it.
Yep. And then, and also bringing people together. I think connection and bringing people together, making it easier for people to come together and gather in a healthy way around, around other like-minded individuals and community is really critical to fostering well-being in a community. And so, we're pretty excited that this is happening. It's been a long time coming, and we really appreciate the partnership that the City of College Place and everyone here has had as we've embarked on our well-being journey the last 3 years. With that, I think there's muffins, healthy muffins from Rogers Bakery. Thank you, Kelly, and some fruit from Andy's and coffee over here. So please, after they do the ceremonial shovel, please feel free to grab something.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so now we're to the point of the ceremonial throwing of the dirt, if you will. Okay, so with this, 3, 2, 1. Okay, well, with that, that's the event. Please have refreshments. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Want to pose?